All right, welcome back to the Rowdy Boy podcast. Another installment this week on the Reinhardt men's lacrosse team. I'm the Rowdy Boy Titus Thind, picking up all the buzz and news. I'm here with men's lacrosse team captain Dillan Bousquet, and we're just going to take an in-depth look at the Reinhardt men's lacrosse team. So how you doing, though, today, Dillan?
I'm good, man. It's great to be on the podcast finally. I'm very excited. I've been a big fan of Rowdy Boys for a long time, and, it's an honor to even be invited to do one of these. So thank you very much for that. Sorry if I keep bumping into the mic. I got a big old nose, and I keep hitting the pop screen.
You're fine, man. I appreciate you coming out. So this past week, the Reinhardt men's lacrosse team traveled up to Berry College to play in a little play day, play multiple scrimmages, and came out victorious in both. This was also the coaching debut for Reinhardt men's lacrosse new head coach Tyler Yokin, as he walks away with 2 wins. So we just want to know a couple of things about this past Saturday, like who the opponents were and what were the outcomes, if you would, Mr. Bousquet.
Okay, so to start it off, we played Emmanuel College. Emmanuel College at 10 a.m. That game ended 17-3, pretty dominant. Our offense started pretty slow, but once we started connecting and really just going with the flow of the game, we ended up scoring a lot more than we expected. It was actually great after that first game. That was the first time we got to celebrate a win with Coach Yelkin. It was a great feeling. And then from that point on, we had like a 3-hour delay between our next game, which was at 3 o'clock, and we played Young Harris. Young Harris and Emmanuel are both D2 NCAA teams, so for us it's a massive, I guess you could say, test to see what we're capable of, playing teams that are out of our league and out of our conference and just higher quality opponents. We ended up beating them 12-2, I believe. Overall it was a great day for lacrosse. Yelkin finished his first 2 games at Reinhardt 2-0, which, for a new coach, it's just very wonderful, and to see the excitement on his face.
Very excited.
It was a great moment.
Well, we actually had a little short snippet about you, Mr. Bousquet. We had a couple performers that played very well this past weekend, yourself included, having a big day, totaling, what was it now? I think it was a total of 16 total points in both games.
I guess it was something like that.
No official score, but you being the only returner from the offense last year, starting returner, we just wanted to ask a few questions on how you see the offense clicking this year with a new unit and some people that you look to have big years or could surprise us this upcoming season.
Yeah, I would say that some big names coming to our offense, some guys that are going to be breakthrough athletes and breakthrough players this year for me would be, Titus. Titus is one, Brady Hannick's another, Tyler Wilkinson, another great player, Wyatt Maddox, Carter Maurice, Ethan Lux, and Cam Cochran. All you can say is just those guys have all been prepped and ready to go since their freshman year, and finally getting this opportunity for them is kind of exciting, and especially it being my last year, I'm looking forward to seeing what the boys can do. Obviously, with a new unit and new guys on the field, we're still trying to build that chemistry, but that's the thing about our team. We all have chemistry with each other, and we all know how to play off of each other, so it's kind of just finding our tempo at this point. And I think once we, get our tempo down and really lock everything in, that's when that team's going to be really, really dangerous. And we're only a couple weeks away from really locking in. And once we do, it's just, our goal is perfection. It's an undefeated season to end the year with another national championship trophy. And, our team is 2 steps away from it. And we always talk about it as the offense and as a team at whole. Our goal is perfection. However, it's to build on perfection. So for us, if we come in and we're, messing around at practice, not having a good day, as the upperclassmen and the leadership goes, we get pretty angry about that simply because that's not how you win a championship. If you come in kind of half speed and going through the motions, it does you no good. So we try to preach that perfection at practice.
Yeah, it's our understanding that the team's pretty mixed, right down the middle. There's a whole bunch of old guys and a whole bunch of young, new upcoming players. Going into the defense, it's our understanding that returning the whole defense, only replacing one pole, truly. But Jacob Pinson is stepping up to take that role, and he played meaningful minutes last year. And we just want to get a quick insight and look about what you feel about the goalie situation. Tyler Queen transferred, went down the day before the scrimmage, towards ACL, maybe back, but we just want to hear your insight on that.
Well, obviously it's tough losing a goalie like Queener, but I think our other two goalies, Liam and B, are really able to step up and take that next opportunity to be a starter. Obviously with them playing behind, well, B being a freshman and Liam playing behind a goalie like Matthew Webb last year, you can see glimpse of his quality. And talking with Matt Webb and talking with all the old goalies, the thing about being a goalie is consistency. Just trying to maintain that consistency, because you're going to have bad days, you're going to have good days, but if your good days are up there more than your bad days, then I think that's what makes a good goalie click. And with Liam and B and Queener being out, those two have a real opportunity to step into a starting position. So I'm excited to see how they battle through practice and battle in our upcoming scrimmage in like 3 weeks against KSU.
Yeah, we're getting a little inside look on the KSU scrimmage, and on Tyler Yelkin. He used to be the coach there. Very accoladed coach over there. Did a lot of things for the program. Sent them to their first MCLA tournament. Got their first program win in tournament history. We just want to see how you feel about him coming in and replacing Coach Snow, as he was around here for a long time. Did a lot of great things. We expect Coach Yelkin to do great things as well, and we just want to hear a little bit about that from you.
Yeah, no, I being recruited by Coach Snow and playing under him for 4 years, it was definitely tough seeing him go. But really with the I always say breath of fresh air. With Yelkin coming in, it really was a breath of fresh air. You go through the motions so much after these past 4 years, running lacrosse only, like back and forth. Having a coach that's implementing a weightlifting program, getting us new gear, just kind of changing the style of Reinhardt is really nice. I'm so excited for the things that we have upcoming for that. We're implementing a new offense. We're going more into speed than possession. These past 4 years here, we've really maintained possession, and Snow's always said that he'd be okay with winning a 1-0 game, while Yelkin's saying, I want to win every single game, but I want to put 40 goals on every single team. So as an attackman, and as an offensive player, that gets me fired up to get going, because having that opportunity to score that many times is pretty exciting.
Yeah, well, of course, for me too, I feel the same way. I want to have fun this year. I want to continue to do things that Reinhardt Lacrosse always does. I want to just be a winner and stuff, and I know that Coach Yelkin wants to do that too, so we're trying to carry that tradition on. With that being said, we're going to go into our next little part about the podcast, about the upcoming season in spring, we mentioned Tyler Wilkinson earlier in the podcast. Currently, he's not playing right now. We just want to get an inside look about what you think he can bring to the team and what he means as a player.
Yeah, obviously with Wilkinson, you get a very dynamic player, from feeding to scoring to dodging. The kid is next level good, and I think him and I, with our third attackman, whoever that's gonna be, I think with him and I, we're gonna be very I wouldn't say flashy, but definitely a new look to Reinhardt. With Yelkin, he's okay with letting us experiment with certain things. So more behind the backs, one-handed stuff. He's always said, if you can do it, but don't do it to the point of messing up and causing a turnover. So with Tyler, obviously we got to get that chemistry down. And I think once he comes back in the spring, we'll be able to get that chemistry clicked and ready to go. And whoever our third attackman is, because rumors have it that we have some transfers coming that are pretty good. So if it's them or if it's guy who's been here in the fall, who's ever willing to step into that third spot, we're just all very excited to see what's coming. And again, with Wilk, I can't praise him enough, man. He is one heck of a player.
it's our understanding that former All-American J.R. Sess is now on the team. He played a big role. He was the face-off specialist for Reinhardt here this past year. I just want to get a better understanding of how you think we're gonna overcome that this season and how we can keep performing at a high level.
Yeah, I mean, I think with JR, he's a game-changing player, right? He was like 75% last year, 65. I can't remember the exact number, but the kid was freaking good. Like he was next level good. It was basically make it take it lacrosse last year, and with JR not coming back, it's obviously our pretty tough pill to swallow. But I think with our two guys on the wing, Carter Maurice and Matt Popman, I think whoever steps into that faceoff role is, as long as they make it a 50-50 ground ball, I think we come up with that ball every time.
Okay, and Reinhardt, like I said, full tradition. With that being said, there's an alumni game coming up. We just want to know, what are your favorite things about being a part of that little game, and what feeling it brings back to the program, for the old and the new people, and with you being a starter and a keystone to Reinhardt lacrosse. I just want to get your feelings on how the game's going to be this year, you knowing so many players on the other team, as well as wanting to win the game yourself.
First of all, I got to say, you guys got to get a new chair in here. I'm leaning back, and it's squeaking and squawking.
We're developing here, man.
I know. I actually absolutely love what you guys have been doing. It's pretty sweet to see what everything the podcast has been doing, especially with Eagle Eye. They're really taking a role in our media, and I think that's a huge thing for Reinhardt. It's all about exposure. But going back to the alumni thing, I've played in this alumni game for 4 years. I was a part of the very first alumni game, and it's just always special when these guys come back onto campus and we get to see all the old heads wearing all their old helmets and just their play style. Really, you could see the age of Reinhardt, the kind of play style that they have. It's always a special moment being guarded by Chase. It's always special being guarded by Chase and now Zach and Yak and just a bunch of these guys that I grew up playing with and grew up admiring. And finally, this being my last year, I think it'll be real special if I can leave here without losing to an alumni team, and that's really just driven me this whole fall. You never want to lose an alumni game. It's just embarrassing. It's like, dude, those guys don't play. You play every day for a year. Year-round, you play every single day. You should not lose to an alumni team. However, this alumni team is going to be pretty dang good.
Yeah, pretty solid team. A lot of former All-Americans on it.
Oh, they got like 12 or 13 first-team All-Americans on that team, and a couple players of the year. It's gonna be a really good game.
Yeah, make sure everybody comes out to that. That's November 19th at Ken White Field, up here at Reinhardt. Make sure you guys come and show out. Bring a little bit of energy and support to the program.
You gotta hype up the boys. You can't hype up the alumni. We also know how rowdy the alumni parents get. They're a different breed, and it's such a special game. Man, I'm really looking forward to it. Just seeing all the guys come back, and again, hopefully we can put a cap on it.
Yeah, snag a win.
All they do is talk that BS to us. All they do is talk crap to us, and it's always nice finally just putting a lid on all that for a year. And obviously next year I will be one of those alumni that will be talking smack to the former team, or the current team, I should say, because every single guy a part of that game wants to win every single lacrosse game they play in.
And that's what makes the game so special. One thing that we want to touch on real quick, because you spoke about how the alumni come with old helmets. We understand that Reinhardt is having new helmets for the first time in years this upcoming season. I just want to get your feelings. I know you're pretty excited about that, and I know there's a lot of media stuff you've been doing lately, with the Captain's Corner and just editing hype up videos for the season, something that Snow really didn't implement too much, but now Yelkin is. I just want to get some more feedback and some more upcoming stuff that we could be on the lookout for.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Snow was an old school guy. He really, when I mean really, was stuck in his ways. He did not give a hoot about our social media. And with Yelkin coming in, again, breath of fresh air. He wants to pump our media. He wants to hype up our social media as much as possible, simply because like more exposure is always good, especially for a team down here that's building and having to compete against like Mercer and all the schools down here who are Division One, like Jacksonville and UNC and Duke and High Point. These massive programs. The more exposure we get, the better. And yeah, going back to the helmets, man, they are beautiful helmets. Finally, we're getting rid of the yellow. I mean, since my freshman year, I have dreaded. Let me rephrase that. Since my freshman year, we have worn the yellow helmets, and every year we wear the yellows. I tried to talk to Coach Snow, and maybe getting a different color helmet, just one different color helmet.
And the helmet doesn't even have a Reinhardt logo on it. It's just an R. Like, that's not even a real Reinhardt logo.
Well, yeah, the logo that we had, our decals that we had on our helmet were actually, it's the Rutgers R. It's not even a Reinhardt R. And Snow, when he first put it on, was like, oh, yeah, I absolutely love that. That's a horrible Snow impression. But he was like, I absolutely love that. I was like, Snow, that's
pretty good.
That's
good impression.
That's not us, though. Like, we are Reinhardt. We're not Rutgers. He's like, oh, well, the R's good luck. The R's good luck. Well, now with Yelkin, we're getting our official RU logo and a little insight on the helmet. Obviously, I can't push this enough, but y'all need to go follow the new Reinhardt Men's Lacrosse page. We got a lot of content coming. We have we're doing Captain's Corners every Tuesday, Thursday, and we got hype videos coming out, especially when we start rolling in with our new gear in the spring. We got a media day coming up for the full team. Everything.
I heard new yellow jerseys too. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that might be.
Maybe you might have to tune that part out of the podcast.
On a DL. We're trying to hype it up a little bit, but yeah, we got a lot of beautiful things coming. New gloves, new helmets, jerseys, everything we could hype up. We're redoing our locker room. We're doing as much as we possibly can to be able to compete with these next level programs, especially in the NAIA. You got massive programs like Cumberland's and Kaiser who are constantly getting gear, and a lot of the kids coming out of high school really care about gear. And so
it's all about the flash, the looks these days, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've always said that you kind of need you need that drip.
Yeah, look good, play good.
Look good. Yeah, that's perfect. But yeah, man, we got new helmets. They're finally not yellow. We still have the yellow like accents on them, which is clean to me. I love these helmets, man. And check out the hype video we just dropped on them. They look so good with our whites and our blues, and I'm so excited. Obviously, follow the Reinhardt Men's Lacrosse page on Instagram and Twitter, and our YouTube's starting to get built right now, so we got a lot of media coming. And
that new Instagram, it's Reinhardt_U_Lax. We want to make sure you guys follow the correct page. There's a lot of pages out there. We want to make sure everybody's following the correct page. Well, thank you for your time today, Mr. Bousquet. We look forward to seeing you perform on the field this season and hopefully bring home another 5th consecutive national championship. This is the Rowdy Boy yet again on the Rowdy Boy podcast. This is Titus Thind signing off. Make sure you guys follow Reinhardt Eagle Eye News on Instagram, on Facebook. Go check it out. The men's lacrosse team, they look like they're going to have a great season. Make sure you guys come follow them and make sure you tune into that alumni game because, man, we're coming to a close this semester and everybody's trying to get out of here, but make sure you still come and show your support.
As much as possible, man. We'd love the support, and we're a big Reinhardt team. #1RU. What was that thing, Titus? It's like #23 teams 1RU.
Yeah, #23 teams 1RU, but, this is about the lacrosse team, so make sure you tune into the lacrosse team, too.